All right, so welcome to week 2 of distance learning. So this week we are going to continue chapter 2a and touch on chapter 2b. So we are going to be conjugating ER and IR verbs this week. Last week we did AR verbs. Those of you that turned your work in, I was very impressed with how quickly you understood conjugating AR verbs. So they looked really good, those of you that did the work. Real quick review, how to find the stem of the verb. Anytime we conjugate a verb, whether it's AR, ER, or IR, we have to find the stem. So again, just chop off that AR, ER, or IR ending, and you will have the stem of your verb. So moving on to ER conjugation. The process of conjugating ER verbs is the same as conjugating AR verbs. First, we find the stem or root of the verb, which remember is everything before the ER ending. So we have our ER endings chart, which is O, ace, A, amos, ace, and N. Notice that the only difference between the AR and ER verb endings are that after the yo form, the AR verb endings have an A and the ER verb endings start with an E. Okay, so instead of O, as, A, we have O, ace, A, and so on. For an example, we're going to do the verb aprender, which means to learn. So we have yo aprendo, which is I learn. Tú aprendes, you learn. Él, ella, usted aprende. He learns, she learns, and you formal learn. Nosotros aprendemos, we learn. Vosotros aprendáis, y'all learn. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes aprenden, which is they learn. And ustedes aprenden is you all learn. Moving on to IR conjugation. The process for conjugating IR verbs is the same as conjugating AR and ER verbs. Actually, it's even easier because ER and IR verbs share the same endings except for the nosotros and vosotros forms. So notice the same as ER verbs. O, ace, A, and N are the same. The only different ones are emos and is. So the nosotros and the vosotros forms. Our example, escribir, is to write. We have our stem, escrib. So we have yo escribo, which is I write. Tú escribes, which is you write. Él, ella, usted escribe. He writes, she writes, and you formal write. Nosotros escribimos, we write. Vosotros escribís, y'all write. And ellos, ellas, and ustedes escriben, they write or you all write. Okay, so this concludes the notes for ER and IR verbs. Your 2 assignments for this week look exactly like last week's assignment. There's one worksheet on ER verbs and one worksheet on IR verbs. Okay, the notes that you print out that you're copying right now can be connected or stapled to the notes that you shared with me last week because AR, ER, and IR verbs are all part of the same chapter. Okay. If you have any questions or need any help, feel free to email me or send me a message on Remind.